in San Francisco, California.
There is an island a few miles from San Francisco Bay. It is Alcatraz. One of the most secure and guarded prisons for a number of reasons. Prisoners. The people in prison are some of the most dangerous criminals, which is why they were placed in this isolated prison. Location. This island is located in the sea, facing San Francisco Bay. However, the waters of this bay are among the most dangerous waters that cannot be swum in, especially in an escape attempt. This is because of the following reasons. The water temperature is cold at all times, even in summer. There are unpredictable waves that can cause death. And of course, it is filled with sharks. Prison design. The prison was designed and built with the goal of making it difficult for prisoners to move around. Inside the prison, it was made up of individual cells for most of the day, with gates everywhere, lights, and guards. This caused the failure and cancellation of a large number of escape attempts due to lack of communication and difficulty in planning an escape. The beginning. In 1960, the brothers John and Carlos and their partner Morris were arrested in a case of fraud and theft. They were given the maximum sentences in court and were therefore placed in a maximum security prison with the most dangerous criminals. However, after the issuance of additional security laws every day to increase security in the prison, they decided to escape. But how? If they could not communicate with each other or move freely in the prison, the desire for freedom was the motive for finding ways and means for the smartest and most massive escape. After studying the prison and its vital locations, the places that can be moved secretly, the locations of the security and surveillance towers, and the presence of guards, and drawing up a plan for moving inside the prison, there had to be a solution that would allow them to hide while moving in the prison. Therefore, they made woolen clothes using wool from the laboratory inside the prison. These costumes were made in colors that made it difficult for the guards to spot them in the dark, and they decorated them in a way that hid their details to make it difficult to identify them and made it easy for them to move. Then they made small boats because they could not swim in the sea with all these risks. So making a boat was the only solution to get out of there. The boats were made using umbrellas, coats, rubber, and anything that floats on the water available to them. They were proficient in this because they used the waste that was left on the island after maintenance work or the resources available because it is an isolated island. There were many resources and tools that no one used or monitored in that island, and that was the means of escape. After they knew about those resources, their escape story became much easier. They built the small boats in unknown circumstances that still remain to this day. After the success in making the boats and planning the escape date, based on the prison count time and the times and places of the guards' presence, on June 11th to 12th, it was the day to go for freedom. They pulled the boats to the shore and started rowing until they disappeared, and no one heard or saw them from that time. Reports say that they most likely succeeded in their escape plan. There are some theories that say they may have died in those waves. No one knows anything about them to this day, and the rest of their story is unknown. What do you think? Did they succeed or were they eaten by sharks?